Good morning friends, myself R.D. Patil. Now in the previous lecture we have seen the following points. First, viscosity. So viscosity is nothing but the internal resistance of the fluid, that is the resistance between the two layers of the fluid, that is called as viscosity. Newton's law of viscosity. According to Newton's law of viscosity, shear stress is directly proportional to the velocity gradient, that is also called as rate of shear deformation or rate of shear strain. Kinematic viscosity. Kinematic viscosity is nothing but the ratio of dynamic viscosity to the density. Now we have seen types of fluids. Types of fluids are according to the viscosity, ideal fluid and real fluid. Ideal fluid is having no viscosity and real fluid is having some viscosity. According to the Newton's law of viscosity, they are classified as Newtonian fluid and non-Newtonian fluid. So Newtonian fluids obeys Newton's law of viscosity. Non-Newtonian fluids does not obey Newton's law of viscosity. Now there are other two types of fluids. Those are ideal plastic fluid and thixotropic fluid. So ideal plastic fluid means it is having some yield value, and after the yield value Newton's law of viscosity is obeyed. Thixotropic fluid means it is having yield value and after that Newton's law of viscosity is not obeyed. Now we have seen the graphical representation of types of fluids, that is the graph between shear stress and velocity gradient. Again we have seen one example on the Newton's law of viscosity. Today we are going to see the different examples on the Newton's law of viscosity. So we are going to start first example on Newton's law of viscosity. So according to the Newton's law of viscosity, shear stress is directly proportional to velocity gradient. If we replace it with a proportionality constant, then it will be tau is equal to mu du by dy. Du is the change in velocity and dy is the change in distance. Tau is the shear stress and mu is the dynamic viscosity. So by using this formula we are going to solve the first example. Now see, I will read the first example. A flat plate of area 1.5 into 10 raised to 6 mm square is pulled with a speed of 0.4 meter per second relative to the another plate located at a distance of 0.15 mm from it. Find the force and the power required to maintain this speed if the fluid separating them is having viscosity as 1 poise. Now see, first try to understand the problem. Now there are two plates, one plate is fixed and another plate is moving, and in between this plate there is a oil. So oil having a viscosity of 1 poise, and the flat plate area is given. Flat plate area is 1.5 into 10 raised to 6 mm square. So convert this area into meter square. So 1.5 meter square is the area. Now next is speed of the plate relative to the another plate, that is given as du. Directly you can take du because u is 0. So u is 0 and du is nothing but final velocity minus initial velocity. So final minus initial, you can get the value of du. So velocity is 0.4 meter per second. Distance between the plates is dy, that is 0.15 mm. So convert this into meter. So this is 0.15 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Now next is viscosity. So viscosity is mu. Mu is given as 1 poise. So convert this mu in terms of Newton second per meter square, that is SI unit of dynamic viscosity. Now using the Newton's law of viscosity, that is tau is equal to mu du by dy, tau is equal to mu du by dy, you can find the shear stress. So put the value of mu as 1 upon 10 into du is 0.4 divided by dy is 0.15 into 10 raised to minus 3, that is equal to 266.66 Newton per meter square. So now see, we have to find force and power required to maintain. So force, from the shear stress you can find the force. So shear force is equal to tau into area. So stress is equal to force per unit area. So shear force is shear stress into area. So area is 1.5, shear stress is 266.66 and multiply by area 1.5, that comes out to be 400 Newton. Now the next, we have to find the power required. So for power required, you have to use the formula power is equal to force into velocity. So that is equal to, force is 400 Newton multiply by velocity is 0.4. So the power is 160 watt. Now from this example, you come to know how to use Newton's law of viscosity. Now in this example, we have used three formulae, that is tau is equal to mu du by dy. This is the first formula. From the tau you can find the force, that is shear force is equal to tau into area, and power is equal to F into U. So these are the formulae used for solving this example. If you have any doubt, you can refer R.K. Bansal. I am referring the book R.K. Bansal for this problem. Now we are going to solve the next example. We are going to solve the next example on the application of Newton's law of viscosity. I will read the problem first. Calculate the dynamic viscosity of an oil which is used for lubrication between the square plate of size 0.8 meter into 0.8 meter and an inclined plane with an angle of inclination 30 degree as shown in figure 1.4. The weight of the square plate is 300 Newton and it slides down the inclined plane with a uniform velocity of 0.3 meter per second. The thickness of oil film is 1.5 mm. Now try to understand the problem. So in this problem there is an inclined plane. Now see, this is the inclined plane as shown in the figure. In this figure there is an inclined plane having angle of 30 degree, and on this plane there is a plate, and in between the inclined plane and the plate there is a oil having a thickness of 1.5 mm, and the plate velocity, see this is the plate velocity, is 0.3 meter per second, and weight of the plate is given, that is acting in the downward direction, that is 300 Newton. 300 Newton is the weight of the plate. Thickness of oil film is 1.5 mm and area of the square plate is 0.8 into 0.8, that is 0.64 meter square. 0.64 meter square. Now see, the given data is area of the plate, angle of the plane, that is 30 degree, weight of the plate, that is 300 Newton, velocity of the plate, that is u, is equal to 0.3 meter per second. Now we are going to solve the problem. So thickness of the oil film is nothing but the distance dy. So ty is equal to dy, that is equal to 1.5 mm. Convert this into 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Then the next, let the viscosity of fluid between the plate and the inclined plate is mu. So mu is the dynamic viscosity, like this. Mu is the dynamic viscosity. Component of the weight W along the plane. Now see, the weight of the plane is acting normal to the plate, that is perpendicular to the plate, and we have to find the component of the weight that is acting along the plane, that is along 30 degree. So if you consider, now see, if you consider or if you extend the weight component, you are getting the angle as 60 degree. Here the angle is 60 degree, that will form right angle triangle. So this angle is 60 degree. So you can find the angle, you can find the component of the weight, that is W is along the plane is equal to W cos 60 degree. W is 300 Newton, cos 60 degree, that is 150 Newton. So 150 Newton is your weight component along the plane. Along the plane means in this direction, along the plane to 30 degree, angle of 30 degree. So now the next step is to find shear force or shear stress. You know the shear force, that is the shear force is nothing but the weight component along the plane, 150 Newton. This 150 Newton is acting tangential to the your shear stress or that is your shear force. So by knowing the force and area, you can find the shear stress. So shear stress is equal to tau is equal to force divided by area, and that is equal to shear force is 150, area is 0.64. So the answer is 150 divided by 0.64 Newton per meter square. Now next step is to use shear Newton's law of viscosity, that is shear stress is equal to mu du by dy. So shear stress tau is equal to mu du by dy, where du is the change of velocity, So change of velocity is u minus 0. 0 means this inclined plane is fixed and plate is moving. So inclined plane is a fixed plate and the plate over it is moving with a velocity of 0.3 meter per second. So your change in velocity is u minus 0. So initial velocity of the plane, or as the plane is fixed, the velocity of the plane is 0. So finally you are getting the answer as 0.3 meter per second. So change in velocity is 0.3 meter per second. Now see, the distance between the oil film and the plate is given. So distance between the oil film and the plate is given. So that thickness of the oil film is 1.5. So that is nothing but change in distance. So dy. So dy is nothing but the t, that is oil film thickness. So dy is equal to t is equal to 1.5 into 1.5 mm. Convert it into meter. So 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter is the dy, that is change in distance. So put the values. You know the shear stress here. You have got the shear stress. You know the viscosity value, that is mu. Mu is given as 1. Now see, you have to find mu value. So mu is unknown. Mu is unknown. Du is known to you and dy is also known to you. Dy is 0.3. Sorry, du is 0.3 and dy is 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. So after putting the value, you can get the value of mu. So mu is equal to, the value of mu is 1.17 Newton second per meter square, and that is in terms of poise is multiplied by 10 so as to convert it into poise. So 1.17 into 10, that is 11.7 poise. Now next, now see the summary of this problem. Firstly, you have to find out the shear stress tau. First find out shear stress, because you know the force. Now this force you have to take along the plane of the you have to consider the weight component, and that is your shear force, that is F. This is the F, and find first shear stress. Then by using the Newton's law of viscosity, you can find Newton's law of viscosity, tau is equal to mu du by dy. You can find the value of dynamic viscosity. This is dynamic viscosity. So you know the tau, you know du and dy. So this is the application of your Newton's law of viscosity. Now we go for the next example. Now see, this is one more important example as far as mechanical engineering is concerned. So firstly I will read the problem. The dynamic viscosity of an oil used for lubrication between a shaft and sleeve is 6 poise. The shaft is of diameter 0.4 meter and rotates at 190 rpm. Calculate the power lost in the bearing for a sleeve length of 90 mm. The thickness of the oil film is 1.5 mm. Now see, try to understand the problem. Now there is one shaft, and that shaft is placed in the sleeve, and on the sleeve there is a bearing. Now this is a shaft having a diameter of 0.4 meter and the sleeve length is given, this is sleeve, and the sleeve length is given as 90 mm. So the sleeve length is 90 mm, and the distance between the oil and the sleeve, distance between the shaft and the sleeve is 1.5. So that is nothing but the thickness of the oil film. So the oil is for the thickness of 1.5 mm. It is given. See here, the thickness of oil film is 1.5 mm. So firstly we see the given data. Viscosity, that is dynamic viscosity, is given as 6 poise. so mu is equal to 6 poise. Convert this into Newton second per meter square, so divide this by 10, so it will be 0.6 Newton second per meter square. Then diameter of the shaft is given, diameter of the shaft is 0.4 meter, speed of the shaft is 190 rpm, this shaft is rotating at 190 rpm. Now next is sleeve length is given as 90 mm, so this is a sleeve length given 90 mm. Convert it into 90 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Thickness of the oil film is given, thickness of the oil film, that is 1.5 mm. Convert this into meter, 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay. Then tangential velocity of the shaft is given, u is equal to, so u is equal to, now see, you have to find the tangential velocity of the shaft with the help of the speed, that is in terms of rpm, revolutions per minute. So the speed is in terms of rpm, you have to find tangential velocity. So by using this formula, u is equal to pi dn by 60, you can find the tangential velocity of the shaft. Now see, pi is constant, d is the diameter of the shaft, n is the speed in terms of rpm, revolutions per minute, divided by 60, that is equal to u. So u is equal to pi dn by 60. Now next step is to find shear stress. So how to find the shear stress? For this you have to use the Newton's law of viscosity. Tau is equal to mu du by dy. Du is the change of the velocity. I have already explained how to find the du. Du is nothing but your velocity given, that is we have found out tangential velocity 3.98 meter per second. Then change of distance, that is dy, that is nothing but thickness of the oil film. Thickness of the oil film is given 1.5. So 1.5, convert this into meter, so 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Use the formula, that is Newton's law of viscosity. Tau is equal to mu du by dy. So tau is equal to mu du by dy. So by using this formula, put the values of given quantities. Mu is given as 0.6 Newton second per meter square. So putting the values, you can find tau. So tau comes out to be 1592 Newton per meter square. Then find the shear force on the shaft. Find the shear force on the shaft. So shear force is nothing but tau is equal to force divided by area. So your shear force is shear stress into area. So put the values of shear stress. Shear stress is 1592 Newton second per meter square, and area, now see, you have to take the surface area in contact. How to find that surface area? You have to take the circumference of the shaft. So circumference of the shaft, you have to take, circumference of the shaft is pi d, and the length of the sleeve, this is the length of the sleeve L. So take the length of the sleeve. So this is your area. So area is equal to pi d L, because this much area is coming in contact with the oil, that is the surface area of the oil coming in contact with the shaft. So pi d into L, and finally you are getting the answer as force, shear force is 180.05 Newton. Then torque on the shaft. Next step is to find the torque. Now see, torque is nothing but force into distance, that is force into radius. So radius is d by 2. the force is acting at the center, that is torque. So torque is equal to force into radius. Now this force is acting tangential and the radius is the distance. So tau is equal to F into d by 2. So using this formula, torque is equal to F into d by 2, you can find the torque. So torque comes out to be 36.01 Newton meter. Put the values of force. Force is 180.5, this is the force, and diameter, now diameter is given, this is the diameter 0.4 divided by 2, that is equal to 36, this is the your torque, 36.01 Newton meter. Now next you have to find the power lost in overcoming the friction due to the oil. So power lost due to the viscosity of the oil, that is in friction of the oil, is 2 pi nt by 60. Same formula, power is equal to 2 pi nt by 60. That formula we are using for finding out the shaft power. So the same formula you have to use, 2 pi nt by 60. 2 pi is the constant, n is the speed of the shaft we have found out. So torque is 36.01 Newton meter divided by 60, that is your power lost in the friction. Now see once again which are the formulae we have used. First find the tangential velocity u is equal to pi dn by 60. Then use the shear stress formula, tau is equal to mu du by dy. From the tau you can find the force. So force is equal to shear stress into area, and after that you can find the torque is equal to force into d by 2. Now this is the important application of Newton's law of viscosity in the mechanical field. So if you have any confusions, you can refer R.K. Bansal for this problem also. This is a very important application as well as important problem as far as your exams are concerned. So tau is equal to mu du by dy, force is equal to shear stress into area, and torque is equal to force into d by 2, and finally power lost is 2 pi nt by 60. So these are the formulae to be used for solving the problem. Now the next problem is, we are going to see the next problem. So the next problem is again the use of Newton's law of viscosity. So in this formula we are finding out the force, shear force on the plate, and there are two parallel plates or plane surfaces. Now firstly I read the problem. Two large plane surfaces are 2.4 centimeter apart. The space between the surface is filled with a glycerine. Now glycerine is a liquid or oil, you can say fluid in between the plate. What force is required to drag a very thin plate of surface area 0.5 meter square between the two large plane surface at a speed of 0.6 meter square if, now there are two cases. First, the thin plate is in the middle of the two plane surfaces, and second is the thin plate is at a distance of 0.8 centimeter from one of the plane surface. Take the dynamic viscosity of glycerine is given 8.10 into 10 raised to minus 1 Newton second per meter square. Now firstly we have to solve this problem for two cases. Firstly try to understand what is the problem. So there are two plane surfaces. So these are the two plane surfaces, and in between these planes there is a plate having the area of the plate is 0.5. Surface area of the plate is 0.5 meter square, and in two cases, in first case this plate is at the middle between the two plane surfaces, and in the second case that plate is at a distance of 0.8 centimeter from the one plane surface. So 0.8 centimeter from one of the plane surfaces. So these are the two cases. Now after understanding the problem, write the given data. So distance between the two large plane surfaces is given 0.4 centimeter square. Next is area of the thin plate is given, that is 0.5 meter square. Next one is viscosity of the thin plate is given, that is velocity of the thin plate is given, u is equal to 0.6 meter square. Viscosity is also given. So viscosity of the glycerin is given as 8.10 into 10 raised to minus 1. Now see, the viscosity of the glycerin is given directly in terms of Newton second per meter square. So take it as 8.10 into 10 raised to minus 1 Newton second per meter square. Now we are solving for the first case. First case is when the plate is at the middle of the two plane. So refer the figure. The plate is at the middle of the two plane. Now see, the distance between the two plane is 2.4 centimeter. So at the middle means 1.2 from each plane, 1.2 centimeter. Now see, in each and every problem you have to use SI unit. So convert that 1.2 centimeter as meter. So the force which is acting on this plate is on both sides, lower as well as upper side. So the force is acting on both sides of the plates like this, F1 and F2. So F1 and F2 force is acting. So the total force acting on the plate is F is equal to total force acting on the plate, that is F is equal to F1 plus F2. So F is equal to F1 plus F2. So F1 plus F2 is the total force acting on the plate. So firstly you have to find the F1 of the F1, that is shear force acting on the plate on one side. So for finding out F1, use the Newton's law of viscosity. Tau 1 is the shear stress, is equal to mu du by dy. Same formula. Tau 1 is equal to mu du by dy. This is the formula. Tau 1 is equal to mu du by dy. Use the same as it is. Du is given, that is the relative velocity is given 0.6 meter per second. Then the next one is dy is also given. Dy is 1.2 centimeter, that is 0.012 meter. Put the values and find out the tau. So tau is equal to mu 8.10 into 10 raised to minus 1 into 0.6 divided by 0.012, and this tau 1 is equal to 40.5 Newton per meter square. Now the next one is to find out the force. Use this formula. F1 is equal to shear stress into area. So shear stress is 40.5, area is 0.5. Area is that is given, area of the thin plate is 0.5. So finally you are getting the F1 value is 20.25 Newton. Now see, either you can use the same formula to find out the F2. You can find F2 by using the same formula, means Newton's law of viscosity, tau 2 is equal to mu du by dy, or directly you can double it because the distance is same or the plate is at the middle. So as the plate is at the middle, the shear force is double. Now where you can find the shear stress, after that you can find F2. So F2 comes out to be the same as that of the first case. So F2 is equal to F1, and finally F is nothing but F1 plus F2. So you can get the value of total force. So total force is equal to, this is the formula, F is equal to F1 plus F2, and the answer is 20.25 into 2, that is 40.5 Newton. So F is 40.5 Newton. So this is your final answer for the first case. Now see the second case, when the plate is at a distance of 0.8 centimeter from one of the plane. Now see, this distance is 1.8. If this distance is 0.8, another distance is 1.6 centimeter. So the thin plate is at a distance of 0.8 centimeter from the lower plate. We have taken it as 0.8 centimeter from lower plate. You can take it also from the upper plate. So the distance of the upper plate is 2.4 minus 0.8, that is 1.6 centimeter. Neglecting, one more assumption is there, neglecting the thickness of the plate. So thickness is neglected, so the distance you can find as 0.1016 meter. Next is same procedure you have to adopt, only the distances have changed. Shear force is equal to shear stress into area. For finding out the shear stress, use the equation, this equation, mu into du by dy for first plate, and find out the shear force. So your shear force is 5.18 Newton. Now next is shear force on the lower side of the thin plate. On the lower side of the thin plate, on the lower side the distance is 0.8. So 0.8 centimeter divided by 100, that is in terms of meter. So use the formula F2 is equal to tau 2 into area, and tau 2 is nothing but your mu into tau 2 is nothing but your mu into du by dy of 2. So finally you have to use this equation for finding out the shear force on the lower side of the thin plate, So that value comes out to be 30.36 Newton. Now see, F1 is 0.15 and F2 is 30.36. Now the distance from the upper plate is 1.6 and the distance from the lower plate is 0.8 centimeter. So there is a difference between the shear force. If the plate is not at the center, the shear force is also changing. So finally you can get the answer as force required, total force required is F is equal to F1 plus F2. So F1 plus F2, you are getting the answer as 45.54 Newton. So from the upper side the force is acting 30.36 and from the lower side it is acting as from the upper side it is acting as 15.18 Newton and from the lower side it is acting as 30.36 Newton. So today we have solved 4 problems on Newton's law of viscosity. You can practice more problems at home by referring R.K. Bansal or